Hey, this is James on Gaming, and this time I'm going to be talking about Microsoft's E3 conference. And holy shit, we have a lot to cover. So, they started off pretty strong, introducing the Xbox One S, which, as I'm sure you all know now, is like a slimmer, refined Xbox One. It's slimmer, it's white. That's pretty obvious. 2 terabytes, or at least the most expensive one is 2 terabytes. Has HDR, which apparently means there's a better ratio between dark and light textures. Like looks lighter, dark looks darker. Now supports 4K, not gaming, but you can watch films in programs in 4K, stream in 4K, and improved controller. Now, afterwards, they showed the price was starting at $299. It turns out there are 3 models for the Xbox One S, and the $299 is for the 500GB model. The two others are 1GB and 1 terabyte and 2 terabytes. I've actually got some pricings here from a article on Eurogamer. So yeah, the 500GB one is $299. 1 terabyte is $349. And 2 terabyte one is $399. So yeah, I thought it was a little bit misleading to say $299 after showing it was 2 terabytes. So I thought I'd just clear that up there. So yeah, and apparently from then on, all games were shown on the Xbox One S. Yeah, then it kind of went downhill. Well, I kind of have mixed feelings about it actually. I'll get into it. Talking about the Play Anywhere thing, crossplay and cross-buy. Basically, from now on, when you buy any Microsoft game digitally, it has to be digital. You can now play it on Windows 10 and Xbox One, and also people on Windows 10 can play with people on Xbox and vice versa. So I kind of have mixed feelings about this. On the one hand, it does seem very generous. It is very generous. I mean, I quite like it and to play anyway, because I do have a group of friends who play on Xbox, but I also have a PC, so now I can buy Microsoft games on PC where they look a lot better and play with people on Xbox, which is pretty awesome. But there's also the problem. There's no real reason to play on Xbox anymore, because yes, I do have an Xbox. If you watched last year, which you probably didn't, so I don't even know why I'm saying this, but I didn't have an Xbox One last year, but I've gotten one since. And the main reason is to play with my friends who already did have one. But now it's looking like there's no real reason to, because I can just play them on PC. So it's I'm very much leaning towards selling it. The only reason to keep it at this point is to play third-party games with them, which just doesn't seem that worth it. So yeah, not sure what I'm going to do with that, but yeah, kind of mixed feelings on that. Anyway, then I showed Gears of War 4, which when I showed it last year, I was pretty impressed with it, but maybe it's because I recently played the first Gears of War with my brother, but when I showed it this time, it looks just a bit too clean. I mean, the original Gears of War was just so gritty, and this one, it doesn't have any of the atmosphere or the grit as the first one. It's like really not looking like Gears of War anymore. Then again, I haven't played 2 or 3 in a long time. It might just be like a natural evolution, like they got more and more clean or something, and this is just how it goes. But yeah, not too impressed with that. But it still might be fun, still might get it. Right, next was a Killer Instinct thing. It was funny, the guy came out and said, it was really impressive, saying how really impressive how it was the most played fighting game on Xbox. But it might have something to do with the fact that it's free to play, and I think it was a launch title. If not, it was released very early on in Xbox One. So yeah, that might have something to do with it. It's not that impressive. But the big thing was General Ram was now a playable character in Killer Instinct. So yeah, if you're interested in that, there you go. I don't play Killer Instinct if you're interested, so I'm not that bothered. Then there was a new Forza Horizon 3. Nah, not that bothered. I don't play racing games a whole lot. Don't play Forza, so. But interesting thing is that Forza Horizon 3 is also on Windows 10. So it seems that Gears of War and Forza are now on Xbox. It's funny because I remember last year when it turned out that a lot of games we originally thought was going to be on Xbox One only was coming to PC, you know, when they started this kind of thing. And I said the only games that are safe, it seems, will be Halo, Gears of War and Forza. But seems even that's not true because now Forza and Gears are going to Windows 10 as well. And who knows, maybe Halo 6 will be on PC when it comes out as well. I don't know though, maybe fans will that be considered too sacrilegious to come off Xbox only? Who knows. After that, they showed a bit more Recall, which was introduced last year. Not really that bothered, to be honest. Then there was more Final Fantasy 15. Now I'm so looking forward to this. I love Final Fantasy. I'm hoping it rekindles my love for it because, like many people, it wasn't. I mean, I liked 13 a lot, but it wasn't. I mean, I actually never got through it. I got stuck on the boss, and I never played any of the subsequent sequels, which is a shame. So yeah, it's good to be excited for a Final Fantasy at last. They showed some more gameplay. I gotta say, the demo wasn't that good. I mean, the guy wasn't that good. He seemed to be spending a lot of time running around just getting hurt, which was quite unfortunate. But I'm still excited for it. It does look pretty damn good. And it's got a release date of last September 30th. So yeah, I'll probably get it on PS4 though. That is, unless it comes out for PC, which it might well do, but not officially announced as far as I'm aware. Yeah, so from them on, there's a lot of third-party stuff, no more exclusive for a while anyway. There's show some more of the Division Underground expansion, which apparently you're gonna be able to play a bit earlier on Xbox One. Woo. I'm not that bothered about it. Like I said in my last video, it's enough for me to just get through games. I'm still not finished the Division. I probably won't bother with the expansions, so once I'm done with it, I'm done. Next, Battlefield 1. Thing with that again, EA Access members will be able to play Battlefield 1 early on October 13th, while it officially comes out on October 21st for everyone else. I'm not a member of EA Access, but I'm not that bothered about Battlefield 1 anyway. Kind of done with military shooters and shooters in general, really. So, then there were the Xbox Live updates. The three major updates were Clubs, which is like user-created game groups, and the other one was Looking for Group, which was essentially players could put up a message advertising what they're looking for, and people can join them in their games, which sounds pretty cool. And well, this would sound pretty cool if I was brave enough, but I don't really go out looking for people to play on Xbox Live, so it doesn't really affect me in any way. And Arena, which is the tournaments, which I was a bit confused by. What I mean is, are they user created? Because it talks about EA Sports and FIFA and how I think I said EA will have their own tournaments. Does that mean they're not user created? They're only created by the developers or publishers, I guess in this case, or are they user created? Wasn't quite sure on that. It wasn't that clear. Could be wrong, but. Next there was some Minecraft stuff. Really not bothered about Minecraft, but so we'll get through this. There was what they called the friendly update. Basically, if you're on Windows 10, Xbox One, iOS, or Android, you can play with anyone on any of those devices. So that's pretty cool. Going with that whole Play Anywhere thing. And they talk about texture packs and add-ons as if they were a new thing. As far as I'm aware, texture packs have always been a new thing, so I don't know why they're talking about like it was something new. And add-ons just look like mods to me, so I don't know, I could be wrong, but it seemed weird they were talking about them as if they were something new. Then this was pretty good. Showed some more inside the game from Playdead. People created Limbo. I've been waiting years for a new game for these guys. I mean, they announced Inside 2014's E3, I believe, before I actually got an Xbox One. So, was one of the most intriguing things for me about the Xbox One. Didn't say if it would be on Windows 10 as well. Most likely probably will be. And it's got a release date, June 29th, which is very soon. So I'm pretty excited for that. That was, of course, the introduction for Idea Xbox's part. Oh man, I'm getting thirsty, running out of water. Talking about Ark, apparently Ark Survival Evolved, if you bought it on Xbox One, you can now play it on PC due to the Play Anywhere thing. And then they showed a trailer for We Happy Few, which looks freaking amazing. I can't wait for that. And that's coming to Xbox Preview July 26th. Yeah, it looks very good story, good setting. I'm really excited for that. Then more Idea Xbox stuff. Gwent, which is the card game from The Witcher 3, is now going to be a standalone. Which I'm pretty excited for. I really liked Gwent. I really like card games in general, and so as you can imagine, I did spend a lot of time playing Gwent in The Witcher 3, so I'm pretty excited for this. Most hopefully, I mean, there is most likely going to be microtransactions when it comes to buying cards and stuff, which I'm pretty nervous about. I hope they do it well, and it not pay to win as opposed to. But yeah, I hope they do it well. And they show some Tekken 7. It looks like they're taking the page out of Mortal Kombat 9 and 10 and having cutscenes in the story mode and having them transition seamlessly into fights. So that's pretty cool. I'm not a huge fan of Tekken myself. I've played Tekken Tag Tournament, Tekken Tag 2, which is pretty fun. But yeah, not that bothered about Tekken series in general. Then announced Dead Rising 4, which again, I've never really played any of the other Dead Rising games. I played Dead Rising 2 for a bit, only because it was free with games with gold, but not that bothered. But I know it's a lot of people were fans of it, so I bet they're pretty happy. And it's coming out surprisingly soon, this year. They said holiday 2016, so yeah, pretty soon. As far as I'm aware, this is the first time it's been announced, so yeah. Then Head of Publishing Shannon Loftis came out, and I've watched it a few times, which it doesn't appear to say anything new. Basically, it came out to say gaming is awesome and reminded us that Play Anywhere is a thing, which we already knew about. So I don't really know what her part was for. Anyway, then they showed some more Scalebound, which looks bloody awesome. I really can't wait for this. Voice acting is cringy as fuck, but I really, as far as I'm aware, I think it's from Platinum Games. I think they're a Japanese Asian developer. I could be wrong though. So I hope there's an option to select the original voices, which would be good. But yeah, again, this was a game when it was announced in 2014 that really made me want to get an Xbox One. But again, it's coming to Windows 10 as well, so I'll most likely get it for that instead. Then I showed some more Sea of Thieves, which was announced last year. This looks like a lot of fun, but it looks like you need to play it with friends to get the most out of it. And I've talked to my friends, and they're not really interested, so it looks like I'll have to give that a miss. Then announced State of Decay 2. Now the first State of Decay is, I never played that one, but it's one of those games I always had on my wish list but never got around to getting, which is kind of a shame. So maybe I'll just go ahead and get this one then. It's not high on my priority list though. They didn't show too much of it. Then the last game they showed was Hello Wars 2, which, I mean, shit. I've been really excited for this, especially since they announced that Creative Assembly was also working in, like, the people behind the Total War series. But I played, and they announced the week-long beta. Unfortunately, I was barely able to play any of the beta. I only played it on the last day. I only played one match, which is so I probably shouldn't have much of an opinion for it, but I was deeply disappointed, I got to say. It felt too much like the first Halo was, but bigger. I mean, I don't know what I was hoping for, but I was hoping for something really, really different coming from Creative Assembly, something a lot better, but it looks like it's just more Halo was, like nothing really new to see, so yeah, not as excited for it as I was. I might get it, maybe if it's on sale, but yeah, not mad for it anymore, unfortunately. Right, and then we're coming to the end now. It's funny, when Phil Spencer came back on to show the original Xbox logo, I was kind of hoping he'd announce that original Xbox games will now be compatible with the Xbox One, but nah. Anyway, and for the big announcement, Project Scorpio, which, holy shit, when I first saw it, I was absolutely flabbergasted. I mean, the fact it's coming out, I mean, I don't know where to start with this. They announced it's going to be allegedly going to be able to do 4K gaming. Going to be the most powerful console so far, which seems feasible with the PlayStation Neo specs being leaked. It seems it's going to be more powerful than that. But the fact they're releasing it next year, it kind of makes Xbox One X seem obsolete. Like, what's the point of buying just a thinner Xbox One if you want to get Project Scorpio next year? So I don't know, man. Like, what are they really thinking with that? Do they expect people to get a $299 console and then upgrade in a year? So yeah, the timing seems a bit off with that. But I do have kind of mixed feelings about this. I mean, if it will be able to play 4K games, it's probably going to be bloody expensive, because even the most recent graphics cards from NVIDIA, GTX 1070, 1080, like from the benchmarks I've seen on YouTube, even in with 4K gaming, even with those cards, the average FPS is like 40 to 50, and they're like $700 cards. So I mean, shit, and that's not including everything else. So either it's going to be bloody expensive, or Microsoft are going to take a huge loss on it. Now, I have talked about that with a friend, and he pointed out Microsoft there is Xbox Live as well, so they might be able to make up their money that way. But I am very skeptical of how they're going to be able to make it affordable if it can do 4K gaming. But on the other hand, I mean, I think if it is affordable, if it can do 4K gaming, that is pretty impressive. I mean, 4K gaming, I mean, it's still relatively new. It's not really new now, but it's not old by any stretch. So the fact that they're jumping on it, because Sony and Microsoft both know the Xbox One and the PS4 came out underpowered. So the fact that Microsoft are jumping on 4K early, no, not early, don't know what I'm saying. It isn't a new thing, but they're jumping on it, and so that is good, and that is smart. But it's like I said, it's coming out too soon after the Xbox One S. So, and I am skeptical of the pricing, but if it will work, then that is pretty impressive. So yeah, that's my thoughts on the Microsoft conference. Thanks a lot for listening. Hope you enjoyed it, and I can't promise I'll be getting my reaction to Sony's one out tomorrow, because these do take a while to do. So if not tomorrow, I'll be doing it the next day, which will be it's Monday today, so either Tuesday or Wednesday. So see you then.